It's a time to officially dive into our first technical session of the day, and we are starting a strong. Imagine a world where the platforms manage themselves intelligently, respond faster than ever, and scale effortlessly, all powered by AI and cloud native architecture. Well, our first speaker isn't just imagining that world, he's building it. Please welcome to the stage an industry leader who wears many hats: DevOps expert, site reliability engineer, automation architect, and cloud evangelist. With hands on experience across the cloud, security, and automation, he's helped organizations transform their system with speed and resilience. He's a regular speaker at conferences and meetups and a go to voice into the community when it comes to the multi cloud strategies and platform engineering. When he is not architecting the scalable system, he is busy helping teams get smarter with the cloud. So please put your hands together for Saurabh Mishra as he takes us through the building the future of the intelligent self-service platforms on Google Cloud with AI and cloud native. Give it up for Saurabh Mishra.
Hope I'm audible at back, right? Can someone raise your hand from the... Yeah, perfect. So, Supravat, and Kemko guys, and very good morning to everyone. And thanks everyone for being here. And before starting of this session, so I just want to know this conference or this community day started with the good energy. So I want to maintain during this session as well and the upcoming session as well. So I hope you bring some energy and you hope to learn something new about this cloud technology. So today's session is more focused about one of the emerging technology we can say and one of the promising technology nowadays known as the platform engineering. But that's fine. So that's fine. That's fine. So one of the emerging technology known as the platform engineering. So how we can correlate, how we can collaborate with the different AI tools along with the cloud native technology, and how we can bring the awesome applications for different customer, for your own purpose, for the customer, for for internal developer platform. So let's go on, guys. Do you have the clicker? Excuse me. Yeah, next one. Next one. Yeah, so before starting of this, and this is a little bit intro about me. I am involved with the Google Cloud community and in the engagement almost 2 years now. Earlier, I was part of the Champion Innovator program, but last year I've inducted in the Google Developer Expert Group, especially in the Google Cloud. Besides Google Cloud, I've engaged with so many open source and the Google technology mostly. You can see a list of the chapters I am organizing and list of the community I was already part of that one. And this is the barcode of my LinkedIn profile. So let me pause for 1 or 2 seconds. You guys can scan. If you wanted to connect, you can connect over there as well. No, that's fine. Do have clicker without clickers. Clicker. Okay. No. Yeah. So let's discuss about how the technology evolved from time to time. So pre 2000, everybody is talking about the physical servers. Physical servers, I mean, we have the dedicated data center on which we require the manpower to managing those servers. And if you wanted to connect those servers, so either you have to connect via the office premises or maybe connect through the VPN. But in 2001, there's the one company is VMware. They have launched the concept of the OS virtualization. It means like, you have the one physical server. On top of that, we have bringing another abstraction layer known as the hypervisor. On basis of that hypervisor, we are creating so many virtual machines. So you can better utilize your system resources altogether. In 2006, the big evolution is come in terms of this the one service is launched as the part of cloud computing. So service known as the AS3 is like the simple storage service is launched by the AWS. From that, cloud technology is involving day to day nowadays. And in 2008, there is the methodology known as in the vector. If I'm correct, the conference in the Flickr conference, they have launched the concept of the DevOps. So why is DevOps really matter? So I will explain in the subsequent slide. But yeah, this is the very important. you have to understand what is the DevOps and how it's going to be useful for the today modern era solutions, and if you are engaging with the customer operational excellence. Then after in 2009, 2014, so Google open sourced the Kubernetes technology. So before that Kubernetes, the Docker launched the concept of the container. So container is the very powerful, like, it's very different, like we are using for the operating system and the physical source what we have. So what's the beautiful part of the container is, like, you are running that container as the platform independent. Those are very lightweight in nature, and we can run as the process, like you are just clicking on the task manager, whatever the process you can see, we can running those container as the process. So in this case, like you can optimize your system resources. Then after in 2017, like this all topic is related with the platform engineering stuff. So in 2017, if I remember, team apology, there is the one thing, team, they introduced the concept of the platform engineering for the different teams altogether. And in 2022, ChatGPT is launched. So then after each and every day, we are discussing about the AI. Nowadays, the multi-agent AI is now we have the MCP as well. Yeah, please move on the next slides. So first of all, before jumping to understand the platform engineering, you have to understand what is developer, who are the DevOps, who are the SREs, and who are the platform engineers. So everybody, I believe, is aware about the platform. What is the software developer? SDI means software developer engineers. So DevOps is, and you understand about the operation team, like the ops team, this. So developer team is developing your applications and hand over to the production. So once it is running the production, this is the duty of the operation team to managing all the operation side. If any need to do a break fix, if you wanted to managing the life cycle, you can manage through the ops team as well. But what happened once the developer hand over the applications to the ops team? So ops team is not very prominent or very proficient to learn the programming language, so it's very difficult to troubleshoot that time. So there is the breeze is happening between the developer team as well as the ops team, and it's very it's leads to company costs in terms of customer satisfactions, in terms of operational excellence. So they have introduced the concept of the DevOps. So DevOps is the guy we can say is the more developer side, but yeah, those guys can also catering the services related with operation side. So nowadays there is another are you hear the terminology, the site reliability engineer? Anyone? Site reliability engineer, most of them. So give me the one analogy, like we are building the car, simple, like we are building the car. So suppose the DevOps is the guy who is building the car and fixing the brake all together, involving all the team members. SRE's duty is like running those cars without any smoothly or without any break fix. If any breakage happen, it can be fixed by the DevOps. So platform engineering is something like they are building or they are giving the opportunity to building the car factory on which each and every team can run whatever the application they want, whatever they want to produce the car in any form or builder. I hope you are getting correlating this stuff all together. Perfect. So platform engineering is the one of the discipline, one of the methodology through which we are building the more scalable, secure, and internal developer platform. It means they are helping to increasing your developer efficiency to the big extent. Why it is required actually? So developer, suppose I'm a developer. For developing any codes, you require the infrastructure in sort of. So infrastructure in terms of your virtual machines, in terms of your microservices, for those require the containers and each everything. So they are completely rely on the operation side or maybe the cloud engineer to building the provision those infrastructure, but it will be taking so much time. Like it depends on the ops time, it depends on the DevOps side, how much time they are actually to be consumed. So this is one of the discipline on which they provision the infrastructure by itself, just submitting one of the form depending on the approval, like the approval authority and the cost calculation, they can provision on the software at the single platform, a single pane of glass. Please move on, please. Yeah, so yeah, please click on. So suppose I am a developer. So we are developing any applications, and this, if suppose you require on normal the OS or the virtual machines. So if you see there, we have to first of all, if you are using the cloud provider or cloud platform, you have to select the particular service like the infrastructure as service through which we are selecting the OS, through which we are selecting like the, if I want to do the any microservices, you have to select the container image over there. Then we can do a lot of permutations and combination, a lot of manual work we have to do, and we are also not very proficient or very, well techie to understand each and everything. So it's very complex by nature if you understand this slide. Let's move on next. So suppose I am a developer, I am building any software for that one, and this is the operation team that is building the infrastructure side. Yeah, please click. And this is there are so many teams, like we require the involvement of the security team, network team, database team. So those teams are silos by nature. It means they are very independent to each other, and we have to involve each and everything separately to them. Yeah, please. Yeah. So to overcome this one, DevOps technologies come into the picture. Yeah, please. Excuse me. So if you see there, to move the enhancement, we have introduced the DevOps team. So what DevOps team is involved? They are helping to developer team as well the automation.
My copy there. Because yeah, please.
Complete slide you can comment. Complete slide. Yeah, so if you see there, DevOps establish the automated workflow from the developer team as well as the operation team. But this is, we can limit it to the middle, if you are dealing with the small scale companies or the middle scale company. Think about the enterprise company on which we are requiring thousands of microservices altogether to managing those environments. So in that way, this methodology is not going to be work. This is very good to work with your small organizations. Yeah, please move on. So this is the best approach. This is more dealing about the platform engineering stuff. Yeah, please click. Yeah. Back. Yeah. So if you see there, the platform engineering team, what actually they are going to be do, they are directly involved with the operation teams as well as the developer, and they are also involved with your observability team. Is nothing like your monitoring team, or that is the security team is more dealing with it. So this is the single interface. They are correlating with each and everything and building one of the platform that is enhance your developer efficiency altogether. So we don't bother about to reach in every team. What you have to do, you have to just select that platform, select that form, whatever the configuration required, we can do that manually, and we can put the entry, and will goes and do the OS provisioning on the single shot, you can say. Yeah, please move on. So this is the example, like this is the internal developer platform, the tools on which we are filling the forms. We are putting the inputs. Inputs can be related with it's going to be your infra provisioning, like which type of environment you guys are looking for. Then we have do a lot of security check in the back end, along with you are also thinking about the tracing, the observability stuff, and finally you can get the secure environment altogether. That is more aligned with your different methodology, like we're architecture document as well. Yeah, these are the challenges I need to be discussed. Like this is not very easy to implement the platform engineering in one shot. There are the different stuff, like at the enterprise level, we are getting a lot of trouble. First of all, is more of we are using so many tools, but that tools is not very process addressed, not very standardized. So this is the one of the challenges we are dealing with. Then another one is the skill gap. Like we don't have any skill which someone is very good in the Kubernetes, or the CI/CD or maybe the DevOps, but is very lacking the other part of AI thing. So this is one of the major challenge. Then we have to negative cyber events, like a lot of cyber threats is also going to be there. So we have to thinking about how we can build the application which is more adhere with the zero trust approach. Then we have the code duplication infrastructure. This is the common feature we are getting over there. Please move on. Yeah, this is the duplicate one. Please, you can go. Next. Next. Yeah. So we are more discuss about the internal development, like within organization, how we can increase the developer efficiency to great extent. think about the customer perspective. Like, as per the current survey, whatever the customer interaction happening for any organization, they want without human interventions by 2028. And the percentage seems to be goes up to 85%. So these are the various challenges and they are the various problems for the company. We are dealing with the customer. Like if we are a customer, if we are interacting any, suppose the airlines like Indigo site we are dealing with, and we are doing the chat with them. But we are not, we are just getting the bot response over there, but not getting the meaningful response finally and resolve our queries. So these are the common challenges for the organizations wise in terms of, you see the frustration is something like we are getting the high response, high percentage of the customer frustration, along with we have to wait for the long time getting the response from the bot, and we are getting the repetitive answer from the bot itself. Then we have the repetitive IVR cells by common. Yeah, please back. The second one is more related with the cost. Like everybody is worrying about the cost nowadays. So if we are dealing with the cost center stuff, there are so many representatives sitting over there catering those services. So anyhow, the cost is going to be factor main thing. Then we have the insufficient process. The process also not very documented and not very well defined as well. And the third one is more related with the silos, like is already discussed. So different thing, having the different set of database they are using. So those are bringing and those leads to the silo database we have. Then lack of unified view of the customers. And these are the common challenges at the organizational level you are facing when dealing with the any customer interface. Yeah, please move on the next. So if you see there, the customer 70%, this is the survey from the Gartner itself. So 70% customer preferences, they prefer the sales service over the call center response or maybe the whatever the bot response we are getting nowadays. Then we have customer want the satisfaction level instant. That is not going to be fulfilled for the current scenarios whatever have. Then every agent, if you are using any agent, so every cost is going to be associated when you are interacting with any agent or with the customer, irrespective of the customer perform or the business they are doing. Then 50% annual churn rate. So this is more business slides. This is not more techie slide, but yeah, this is the major challenges you are facing as the organizational level, which are more dealing with the customer interactions. Please move on. So yeah, so this is more about the Google Cloud event. So let's discuss about whatever the Google solutions we have to design and scale the internal development platform as well as the sales service platform, the customers. So first one, we can use the unified AI model. So like we have the Vertex AI, they have inbuilt dialogue flow. So we can instantly you can launch and the chatbot application or personal assist for them. Then we have the cloud infrastructures, like you can use the GKE as well as the crowd run. GKE is something like the Kubernetes on which you are orchestrating the so many containers running in the background. So we can leverage the feature of like GKE autopilot, maybe the standard GKE platform along with the cloud run. Cloud run is something like that is the provide the serverless environment. We can run your constraints applications over there. Then we have the data analytics, like we have the BigQuery. There are other type of database as well, you can use that one. And then finally we have global infrastructure is something like the beautiful part of the Google Cloud is like whatever the network interface they have, that is the global, that is not restricted with the region and the zonal. I believe you guys understand the terminology, what is the zonal, what is the regional, what is the availabilities and all this stuff. Okay. Yeah, these are the things. This is going to be repeated like I already explained. This is the things we can get it the benefit and the principles while adopting your platform engineering. First one is by default is going to be developer centric, like we can increase the developer efficiency a lot. In my personal organizations, we have increased the developer efficiency about 32% altogether. Then we have the self-service automations, like we don't rely on any specific team. We don't wait for any actions required by the other team. We have to do it by, just from the tool itself and with the form itself. Then we have the golden path. This is very important. Golden path is something like, this is one of the image or template you are going to be used or build. That template is going to be used while across the organization, irrespective of the team, while any provisioning in terms of the operating system, in terms of the container, anything. This is more secure way and more, organizational, well architected way. Then we have continuous evolutions, like, this platform we are building is more related with the cloud native by nature. So we can build whatever the solutions we have in the future. It's very easily, you can do you can integrate whatever you want with this existing platform which are running on the part of your self-service. Then these are the benefits, like it's already covered. Second and third line is more related with the market stuff. Like first one is the faster time to market. Like if you are, suppose I am a founder, we are doing any some type of the startup. So whatever the product we are building, which are part of the platform engineering or maybe the self-service, we are integrated with the cloud native by nature. So we can launch that project, launch that product. It's very fast in the market. Then we have improved developer satisfaction. So like anyways, developer is the core component or core part of your team for any company. So if developer efficiency is going to be increased, if productivity is going to be increased, anyway, you can also optimizing the cost as the organization levels altogether. Yes. Yeah, so let's focus on what's the Google AI solutions we have. Like little bit I have touched base about the Vertex AI and some other stuff. So if you're talking about for the self-service stuff, we are more focusing on the Dialogflow CX. It means Dialogflow is like Google Cloud itself providing the ready-made template or maybe the ready-made stuff on which you can customize as per requirement. You can do your own, like personal chatbot or maybe the bot, some type of configuration. You can do it very easily. Then Vertex AI is something like we can test, deploy, build your model. It can be your own from other tools, other companies' tool. You can use your Google owned native tools. So whatever tool you can easily integrate, or like which type of the models you want to use, you can integrate very easily with this platform. Then BigQuery ML is something like, this is one of the powerhouse of the Google out itself. Like how is important. This is the BigQuery is going to be used for the analytical tool. You can do a lot of trimming as well as you can use the analytical tool as well. And this is fourth one is something like speech to text APIs. Like there are so many. It's like this is one of the example. You can get it a lot of like text to speech, text to image, everything you can get it very easily. Once you have login on, select the Vertex AI search in the search bar, you can left side menu, you can see there are a lot of stuff we can do as part of recent introduction in the AI stuff. Please move on. Yeah, this is more focused on the cloud native. Cloud native is something like how we can build the platform. So whatever the new things coming the cloud, it can be easily scaled as the core component of the cloud itself. So if you are talking about the Google, so microservice architectures, I believe everybody is aware about what is monolithic and the microservices. So let me give little bit hint as well. The monolithic is like, suppose we are building any e-commerce site. So like take example, like I'm placing any of the order on the Amazon itself. So what you have to do, you have to first to search the product in the search catalog and adding that project in your cart. Then cart you have to making the payment, and after payment is successful, you are getting the email confirmation as well. So if you think we are dealing with the four modules altogether here, but in monolithic, what you have to do, whatever the code base we have, for each and everything we are writing in the single code base. So suppose if any minor change or any small change you are doing, so you have to deploy the whole pipeline altogether, and those affect all the four modules. But in terms of microservices, what you do, we are decoupling the components from each other. So you have to don't bother about, suppose you are making any changes in the payment segment or maybe in the email confirmation. So don't bother about the other stuff. And this is very incremental, and it's very, very fast, and it's no impact for other modules approach while adopting the microservices. Then we have containerization. It's very well covered. Like Docker is very famous. The container is the one of the things Docker came with. Then with the Kubernetes, something like this is provide orchestration. So OpenShift is from the Red Hat product as well. It's very work beautifully with your orchestration part. Then CI/CD is by default is very important. This is the core job and core responsibility of any DevOps engineer. So CI/CD is something like continuous integration and continuous delivery. So continuous integration is something like, suppose you are building, you are changing the code each and every time. So we are using any of the VCS, like the version control system over there. It means examples like you can use the GitHub, GitLab, anything. There are so many tools available nowadays. So what you have to do, whatever the change you are doing, each and every time you can easily track. But now once the code has been checked out, your continuous build process is going to be started. So that is part of your CI stuff. Then CD is something like continuous delivery and continuous deployment. Once your image is pushed, your secure image is going to be pushed on any Artifactory. So finally, that needs to be deployed on the target server. It can be over the virtual machine, it can be over the Kubernetes environment. So you can do it easily very well. And the observabilities, like nowadays, due to the adoptions of the microservices and the Kubernetes at the large scale, and we are also using the multi-cloud setup. So it's not very easy to trace the request. Like if any issues happening in terms of latency, any breakfast you have to do, you cannot understand where is the problem is basically arises. So observability tool is going to play the important role on that side. So in Google Cloud, they have the service known as the operational suite. That is the bundle of 4 to 5 services like cloud logging, monitoring, cloud tracing, and the error reporting. They have the bundle together and catering. Giving you the operations suite, that one. Yeah, please guys move on. So this is this part is already covered. This is just like an enhancement you are doing in terms of platform engineering. First of all is the developer portal. It's like if you guys know the Spotify, so there is the one product known as the Backstage. Backstage is very famous, like they have open source this product. So building your UI applications for any platform engineering stuff or self-service. Then in the backend, you have to do the CI/CD stuff is already explained. Then we have the automated environment provisioning, like you guys can use the Plume, you can guys use the Terraform, you can guys use the Crossplan if you are using extensively the Kubernetes environment. So to automate the code and always provisioning your infrastructure. Then we have the policy as a code. This is like any product it cannot complete it without the security. You have to enforce the security. Like you have to use the Sentinel, you have to use the prox policy, different type of policies while designing those infrastructures. Yeah, please move on. Yeah, please move on. That is already covered. Excuse me. Please move on. Yeah, these are the outcomes like once you have adopted this platform engineering. The first one is more related with the standardizations, like you are creating the golden path templates. That is more standardized, like whatever the infrastructure you are going to be provisioned, that is by default is going to be a standard template. Then of course you are improving the performance as the cost as well. Like we cannot we can easily figure out how much underutilized resource we have. You can better utilize your resource. Yeah, of course, that is also increasing the developer experience in terms of like single platform. And finally, that is also leads to a velocity of the developer experiences. Please move on. Yeah, so this is the future visions, like, by 2020, as I already told you, there are almost 85 companies going to be part of your self-service platform. So these are the future visions, more focus on the omni-channel expansion, like, they are going to be integrated with your IoT devices. This is not relying on the ITs only. There are so many companies related with the manufacturing, chemicals, and all this stuff. So those companies are using the IoT devices a lot. So that is going to be integrated very easily. Then we have the GenAI integrations, like everybody using nowadays the multi-agentic AI or MCP. So you can easily integrate those stuff. Proactive self-service, by default, it's already covered in the previous slides. And you can also enhance your personalization, like, suppose I'm shopping anything. So my user preference is more related to searching the watch or maybe the shoes. So that can be easily personalized as for your user behaviors and that is stuff. Yeah, this is the few real examples. Like I already explained you about the Spotify. They have using the Backstage a lot, and this is the open source nowadays. Then there's the one Australian New Zealand bank. They have used the ID platform. They are using the GKE service a lot in the backend. And these are the things, like, if you're talking about, you are thinking about implementing the self-services or the IDP on your organization. So don't think about at enterprise level, think about the small scale and think about the specific scale, or maybe there's some few applications, limited to few applications we have. Then anyway, in our main organization, they have nowadays the dedicated developer platform teams, or known as the developer experience team. So they have formed nowadays. Then automate everything, like, try to be avoid, like nowadays as part of the DevOps, our job is to automate whatever the function or whatever the task we are doing. So in the back end, we are avoiding a lot human intervention, or maybe the human error at that side. Then, if, you guys are not aware about the DORA matrix. DORA matrix is all about how your developer is performing their job. So that is part of our DORA methodology. So that is more related with known as the smart work. So they have to be, what are the steps you are going to be those, what task you are going to be perform, what action you are going to be store. So they are follow the star matrix over the star, known as the star, as part of the DORA matrix. Please move on, guys. Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you find little bit useful. I understand this is little bit advanced for the many of the students, but try to capture the keywords, try to explore at home, and if you feel anything, you can reach out to me at any time. Thanks for joining, and have a good